Whether or not Doge cuts the budget, waste, corruption, fraud, or enhances it by padding Elon's pockets with government deals, and whether or not Elon and Donald break up or have a gay marriage, Elon Musk is America's first and greatest oligarch. If you compare him to the Ruski version, you had a whole bunch of shady mofos who had their mitts already in oil and Russian infrastructure. During Yeltsin's administration in the 90s, they took advantage of the privatization of the fallen Soviet bureaucracy. And in so doing, they ironically enough plugged these privatized companies right back into the government through payola and influence and a whole new level of corruption, redefining conflict of interest to the point that it had no more meaning. So these oligarchs became multi-billionaires and essentially ripped off the Russian population for decades since by pocketing the spoils and doing what wasn't necessarily in the country's best interests, but was in their own best interests, and when Putin rose to power, in Putin's best interest. Now, a bunch of these guys have flown through windows since, and that happened because there was some kind of squabble with Vladimir. That's the Russian oligarch. Now, I think Musk is the American oligarch, the paragon, the archetype, the trailblazer of the American oligarch, because he's just so American. Elon is an immigrant. Elon is a social media troll. Elon is a mega entrepreneur. PayPal, Tesla, SpaceX. He even did that boring flamethrower. Remember? It would have been smart to buy one of those. Go check on eBay. It's worth almost as much as a Bitcoin. Elon is the quintessential American oligarch. He is so American. Now that he's plugged into the US government, that makes him the super duper oligarch. That's the definition of an oligarch. It is a mega business guy whose interests are tied directly to not the people's interests, but the government's interests vis-a-vis an authoritarian controlling dictator. Now, am I saying that Donald is that? I don't know. Maybe he's the first American dictator. You see where I'm going with this? We have a way here in America of doing it like Burger King. Our way. And our way toward building this oligarchy with an authoritarian leader is just like Donald and Elon. It's kind of goofy. It's fun. It's also very, very rude. That's really American too. It's kind of New York. We're in each other's face. In New York, a fuck you is a hello. Just like in California, a hello is a fuck you. So I'm saying hello from California and welcome to the world's first American oligarch.